Can you hear me well?
Test. Okay. Yeah.
Perfect. So hi everyone. I'm super happy to have, as Martin was saying, to have on stage today one of the most iconic, I would say, entrepreneurs in the last 6 months in the AI ecosystem, AI scene. I'm pretty sure you have all heard of Manus AI. Maybe we can start very simple introduction. Tao, this is your, you can introduce yourself to the audience.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm Tao, and I'm co-founder of Manus AI. Right now, I'm acting as our chief product officer, also like in charge of the producting, go-to-market strategy, things like that, yeah.
Okay, great. And do you want to tell a bit more about your journey before launching Manus?
Yeah.
And
okay, so it's more about me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So me personally, it's like I was in this industry for more than 15 years, and for most of the time, I'm doing like different types of startups. It's like tools, live broadcasting platform, and the B2B SaaS business. So before Manus, actually, I do different type of startups. Yeah. So after like 13 years in different startups, I saw ChatGPT. Yeah. I think maybe this may be the best opportunity in my career. So I decided to join this AI trend. So talking about AI, I'm still a newbie. Yeah. I just in this industry for only 2 years. Yeah. A very like a newcomer here. Yeah. But the day I decided to join this AI trend, I have a dream, which is that I want to build a product that can influence 24 hours for a single user. Because right now, everyone, you are using ChatGPT, I think maybe you will have 5 questions per day, and each question will cost the OpenAI maybe 5 seconds of GPU time. When you have 5 questions, maybe you will consume then 30 minutes of GPU time. But my dream is to build a product that you will have like 24 hours of GPU running just for you. So that is my dream 2 years ago. And right now, I think I'm really close to my dream. So maybe at the end of this year, some users of Manus will cost 24 hours of GPU time per day, yeah.
Great, and so can you walk us through your journey at Monica? So the extension, 20 million users, to launching Manus, and which insight you got from the experience to be working on autonomous agents?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because our company's name, Manus is our product. Our company's name called Butterfly Effect. And we started this company like 2.5 years ago. At that time, that is just 1 week before ChatGPT. And we think we should build something around ChatGPT. And one major issue we found when people are using ChatGPT is that you will do a lot of like back and forth copy pasting. You will copy the answer from ChatGPT and paste it into your working app, and you copy your like some context from your working app back to ChatGPT. Yeah, we think that's a problem. So our first product is called Monica.im. It's kind of like a Chrome browser extension, just living in your browser. So you can leverage AI power just inside your web page. You don't have to go to another tab, and you can just use the AI in the context, not outside the context. And Monica is kind of quite successful. We have like 20 million users, and it's generating like 50 million ARR. Yeah, even now. And because this product is so mature, so the whole management team, we only took maybe 1 hour per week on this product, but it's still growing. But that is last year. We think to being a browser extension, the ceiling is kind of low because not every user knows what is an extension. So we think maybe you should build the next big thing. Yeah. And the first thing came to our mind is that maybe we should build an AI browser because we are building the browser extension, right? So it's very easy for us to come up with the idea that we should build an AI browser ourselves. But from last March to last October, we spent like 7 months on the AI browser thing. But in the last month, which is the last October, I played with the browser every day myself. I'm the creator of the browser. But when I played with it every day, I think the whole experience is kind of weird. Because whenever you start the AI process, the AI controlling your browser thing, if you watch it on YouTube, you will think it's cool. AI is controlling my browser. But if you are the person, sitting in front of your computer, you will find the whole experience is kind of weird because once you start the AI process, you have to keep your hands off the keyboard. It's like this. And because you don't know when AI will finish the process. So in the meantime, you still have to keep staring to the screen. So the whole experience is kind of like this. It's kind of weird. We're saying, yeah, this is not the experience we want to deliver to our users. And also in the meantime, which is last July, Cursor just shocked the world, yeah. And we also get a lot of inspiration from Cursor when we're watching our friends, our family members using Cursor, like my wife. She doesn't know coding at all, but she started to use Cursor, to like convert a video file into an audio file and do some data visualization from his Excels. And when we're watching these long coders using Cursor, we found the most interesting part is that they don't care about the left side of Cursor, which is the code editor side, because they don't know coding at all. So they can't evaluate the quality of the code. The only thing they do is press the accept button, accept. That's the only thing they can do. So that's kind of the moment we come up with this idea that maybe we should build the right panel of Cursor and let it running in the cloud for average user, not for coders. So that's kind of, like the original idea of Manus. And we started this project, Manus, for last November. And after 4 months, in this year's March 5th, we just released this thing, yeah. So that's kind of like the whole journey, yeah.
Okay, good journey. And I don't know if you remember, everyone, but on March 6, 2025, so Manus did their video launch, and it got like extremely popular, like DeepSeek wow moment. So you got like how many, like 2-3 million people on the wait list?
3.5 million on the wait list in the first 2 weeks, yeah.
Okay, crazy. And do you think like the people on the wait list were the same type of users using Anthropic, OpenAI, Mistral, or totally different?
Yeah, I think half of them are the AI pioneers because they want to test every new product. Yeah, but maybe I think another half is kind of like some new users. Yeah.
And let's speak about like the moat and the competitiveness of Manus with all the new tools, your competitors. When you're building your core stack, so your architecture,
yeah.
Which models, are you benchmarking models every month to see which one are the most performant for your users?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And so currently, what are you using?
Currently we are using Anthropic's Claude, Sonnet, and also using Google Gemini 2.5 Pro. Yeah, these are the models we are using, yeah.
Only based on performance? That's the only thing you're the only thing you're looking for?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And if we look at the different benchmarks, that's a bit more technical. You're always rank, whether first or second on the Gaia benchmarks.
Yeah.
Is it like for you extremely important to monitor your ranking, or it's?
Yeah, for us, because we're not a model company, so actually for these benchmarks, we just run them twice or 3 times, and we think whether this agent framework will work for that environment, and we think, okay, we just validate we can do that, and we just leave it behind. We never do it regularly, yeah. But we are very happy to see that on many other services benchmark ranking, Manus is always at the 2nd place. Yeah, we want to be at every ranking in the 2nd place. Yeah, that's a good thing, because people just use you as a standard. Yeah, we think that's kind of like a accomplishment for us. Yeah.
And just to come back to the launch, I think that's a rich problem, but a good problem to have.
Yeah.
So how do you cope with 3.5 million users being on your wait list and shipping the product extremely fast, so basically the user can taste the product?
Yeah.
How do you?
Actually, for the first whole month, we went super viral, and we got a lot of good voices, and also there are some noise about, oh, you are just doing some viral marketing. Yeah. Why do you have to keep that wait list? The wait list is too long. I can't wait. But actually, we don't want that wait list ourselves. We want all the users, to get their hands on Manus. But the problem is about the capacity of LLMs. because we built Monica before. That is kind of like a chatbot experience. And when we compare Manus to Monica, we found out that the agent product actually cost 1,000 times more tokens than chatbot. Yeah. So actually, in March, the whole industry's infra is not ready. Like there's some startup coming out says, okay, I need some capacity, not 10 times, not 100 times, it's 1,000 times. So I think all these cloud providers, they're not ready for this. So in the first 2 months, we are working really hard, with all these model providers like Anthropic, AWS, and GCP to give us enough quota and capacity to scale our user base. So, for the first 2 months, why we did a waitlist is only because of the capacity of LLMs. But right now, we just solved this capacity issue. So we set this product to public in May. Yeah.
And so how did you solve it, this capacity issue?
A lot of things. It's like we are also optimized from our side, which, we can reduce some token consumption usage by ourselves. And also we are working very closely with these model companies, like to enable like some some technology like prompt caching, and also because right now we are kind of like a key partner for them, so they can give us some like private resources, which means we can use them. Yeah, all these efforts.
Got it. And so I think like a lot of us in the audience are like really waiting for a slide product that is really working. So basically, you're a McKinsey consultant, private banker, or project manager for like a big company. We all want to have those slides to be produced massively at scale, super easily.
Yeah.
When do you think? So I think like Manus is one of the best product at the moment tackling that issue.
Yeah.
So how can we help everyone in the room that spend like Sundays and long nights on slides for, that are not that useful ultimately, but how you're gonna make the ultimate slide product?
Yeah, I think for slides it's really interesting because at the very first, like in the first day, Manus actually can deliver slides because Manus is kind of like the world's first general agent, so it can deal with maybe any tasks. So in the first day, on the 5th of March, if you tell Manus it's build a slide for me, Manus will go to GitHub to find a Python library which can generate the PowerPoint file for you. But the problem is that when you are using Python to generate the PowerPoint file, the layout and the style may not look that good. So after 3 months, which is in the end of May, we are reviewing all the use cases and the user requests from our users. We found out that slides is actually a very big use cases for Manus users. So we are taking a look into this vertical, and we found out that if we only let Manus to use Python code to generate PowerPoint, there's no way the slides will be that good looking and in a good layout. So we think we should do something ourselves. Yeah, and our final solution is kind of interesting because we are not using the traditional way. We are not manipulate the PowerPoint files by ourselves. We are using web technology, which means Manus just use HTML, JS, and CSS to generate the slides in web technology. And then we invented some way to convert the web into a PowerPoint file. Yeah, it's kind of the thing we do. But because of now the frontier models like Anthropic model, they're really good at writing web pages. So actually the style and the layout of the slides is super cool when you compare it to other slides generator. Yeah.
And so how do you strike the balance between, when shipping new products, between addressing the needs of advanced developers and maybe the larger part of your community and your customers, which are non-native coders, just willing to launch stuff?
That's a really good question because, as I just mentioned before, we want to build the right panel of cursor for the average user, not for coders. So there are a lot of times, when we face these trade-offs, is that whether we should add this feature, like yesterday in our lunch, in our dinner, someone asked me that why don't we provide the option to let the user to choose the foundational model? And we think, okay, yeah, maybe that can help some of the professional users because they know which model is the best, blah, blah, blah. But for us, we think we don't want to expose this complexity to our users. Yeah, we think, we are the expert, so we don't want the user to get confused to choose the model every time. So that's kind of like the design choice we made. Yeah, we just want to build a consumer product for massive market for average users. Yeah, so that's kind of like the philosophy behind it. Yeah.
And so, what was the reply of the guy at the dinner last night?
Oh, he just said, yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I spoke about like the DeepSeek moments, and so where do you see Manus chasing? Are you on the path to AGI, or it's a completely different topic?
Yeah.
Are you like the path to AGI for the masses?
Yeah. It's like because everyone is talking AGI these days, and I really don't want to talk about it because AGI is kind of like a word that whenever we reach it, and we will invent a new standard. Yeah, because this AI trend just happened like only 2.5 years. If we drag some people from 3 years ago and we show them what we have today, like the O3, the VO3 generation model, right? The GPT image generation model. The people from 3 years ago, he was, oh, this is magic. This is AGI. But right now we are just get so easy to get used to it. Whenever we have something very fancy, just maybe 1 or 2 weeks later, we will think, oh, it's coming. Yeah, I used to. Yeah. So I think for AGI, it's always in the future. I don't think we can ever reach it because we will always have like the new standard for it. Yeah, but there's definitely a moment that shocks me that I think Manus must work. It's in January. It's just 2 months after we start this project. And at that time, I was the one running the Gaia benchmark. And in the Gaia benchmark, there's a task which requires the agent to watch a video on YouTube and find because that that video is about the National Geographic talking about penguins. So the question is to watch the whole video and tell me what's the maximum species in a single frame. And at that time, we are only using Anthropic Sonnet 3.5. And that model can only deal with images, not videos. So I think, we can't solve that problem because we can only deal with images. But whatever, I just, throw that task to Manus. And the first thing Manus come to his mind is to visit the video by itself. So he just visited the YouTube URL. And the second action, Manus just decided to press K. Because in each Manus task, we will assign a fully functional virtual machine to Manus. So it has a true Chromium browser, So Manus just decided to press K. It shocks me because, I use YouTube for more than maybe 13 or 14 years. But I don't know what K stands for. So I just tried K myself. I press K. So K stands for pause and play on YouTube. So Manus just keep pressing K and to go over the whole video and do the screenshot. And then he found the frame contained with 3 species, and he gave me the answer. And before he delivered the answer to me, the agent decided to review his answer. So he pressed 3. I was confused again because I don't know what 3 on YouTube mean. So I tested. So, on YouTube, there's a shortcut key from 0 to 9, which is when you press 3, it will jump the progress bar to the 30%, to a 30%, So, that's kind of the moment because as a human, we don't know how to solve it. But with all the knowledge in the internet, he will have some very creative way to solve that. Yeah.
Okay, and on AGI adoption, do you think it's, on AGI,
Yeah.
do you think it's a distraction for many companies willing to raise a lot of capital to say, okay, we're on the path to AGI, instead of having a strong enterprise adoption, I think a strong growth of their product?
Yeah, I think you can always. It's always good to have a good vision, right? Yeah, but we as a application company, we are always focused about the current, about
revenues.
Yeah. What's the best experience we should deliver to our users today? Yeah. So that's it. Yeah.
And so with your co-founders, Tao Zhang and Pig G.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of culture are you crafting at Manus? Are you? Yeah. What did you?
You mean about the team culture, right?
Yeah, team culture.
Yeah.
Being like paranoid about innovation,
Yeah.
competition.
Yeah. So it's really interesting because Pig was a CEO of his last company, and right now he acted as our chief scientist. And Red, he is also he's a serial entrepreneurship. He just sold his last company to another public company. Me also, in startups for like 15 years. So we three co-founders are more like, our roles are very blurred. Yeah, like Pig is the chief scientist, but he did a lot of like product design, with me. Yeah, because he was the product guy of his last company when he acting as the CEO. And also like Red, he's the CEO, but he also like gave so many like technology input into the whole architecture. As for me, yeah, I'm also a guy who know how to do product design, and I also know how to coding. So I think the culture in our company is more like we can always zoom in and zoom out. It's like we never talk about some tech details. The three of us can zoom in into it because we know how this thing works. But when we need to talk about some like strategy, like business model, we can always zoom out to have a whole picture. So that's kind of like the culture, the chemistry between we three. Yeah, it works. Yeah, I don't know why, but it works. Yeah.
Well done. Do you have Tao final words for the audience, except from download Manus? Do you want to say like a closing word?
A closing word. Yeah, it's like I think if you use ChatGPT for the past 2 years, just ask all the following up questions, and you need to think, okay, what I should ask next. Yeah, if you used to that experience, I think you must try Manus today because this really is a new thing. It means a new era for AI tools about how to design AI tools, how to define the interaction with LLMs. Yeah, it's totally a new experience. Even you don't pay for us, I think it worth a try tonight. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you a lot, Tao.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.